The entire island of Ireland has been bracing for another huge weather event. This time it's wind, though. So last time it was snow. This time
it's wind.
Huge wind. Yeah. And it's all because of that cold weather you guys had in the U.S., like the super frigid temperatures.
Right.
Well, that stuff has blown off into the Atlantic. Hit the really warm temperatures. Huge jet stream coming, and it's pointed right at Ireland. And they're not sure how bad it's going to be, but they're saying it could be the worst.
It could be the worst storm they've ever recorded. Yeah, that's what they're saying.
It's a very serious storm on Friday, probably among the severest storms that Ireland has ever seen.
So now we're fine. There's a little bit of a calm before the storm. It's supposed to hit 3 o'clock this morning, I think.
Yeah, it's coming up, but today was actually beautiful.
Well, the morning was not beautiful at all. We thought the storm was actually coming in this morning. This morning.
Yeah,
but then,
so I rushed out and got up really early because I had taken down the gutters and power washed them.
Yeah.
But I hadn't put them back up yet, and I thought I'd got to get them up and clipped in because if I don't, those pieces are going to be like in the field, really far away. So I got those up. Went to town, got rained on, and then it was beautiful.
Yeah, it was funny. We had rushed into town, and it was pouring rain, but we wanted to get provisions for the big storm, and this afternoon the sun was shining. It was beautiful.
And mainly they're saying there is a chance that also power could go out, like extreme power outages.
And we're also going to see very significant power outages. I think the figure was 385,000 for Ophelia, and I think we're going to go above that figure on Friday, unfortunately.
Which I really don't want.
Yeah, but it could turn out to be nothing. We really don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
So, but we did then spend the day, because it was so nice, we took to Kilkenny.
We toured Kilkenny Castle. We toured some of the town itself. Went to one of the beautiful churches in Kilkenny.
Yeah, I love Kilkenny. It's a medieval city, and so it has these really narrow slipways and narrow streets and old buildings and really good history there. So
there's some really cool medieval buildings there, which I love.
Yeah, so it's always a nice visit, but it was very eerie because I don't know if it was because of the storm or because it's the winter season, not the summer season. Mm-hmm. Very quiet in town.
Yeah, and I've never been to Kilkenny when it's been quiet. It's always bustling. I mean, in the summer, obviously, it's always bustling with tourists and everything. But it was just strangely quiet.
So who knows what the next 24 hours is going to bring, but we'll wait and see. We have a friend who's supposed to fly out tomorrow morning, so we'll see how that goes. I can't imagine they're going to leave on time.
I'd say he's in Dublin right now in a hotel. It flies out tomorrow morning, but they don't know.
So I have more things. I made sure to write down all the things we did this week so that we can bring you guys up to date. So we did start out with Sunday, and that was kind of an interesting day, mainly because
it was 2-year anniversary since my cousin Michal passed, and I had a good group of the relations and some friends of his up to the house here. It was just tea, sandwiches, a couple of drinks, and it was just I guess I wasn't here for the first anniversary, so having people over for the second anniversary was just a nice thing. I felt good.
Because it is Irish tradition that you really celebrate the month's mind, so a month after the funeral,
right,
and then the year's mind mass, and then but it's been 2 years, but we weren't here for either of those other two.
So I was just glad to do it. It was great to see. There's some relations I hadn't seen in a long time, so it was just nice.
Yeah. Nice. And then we also did have a load of timber delivered.
Really
nice stuff.
Yep, and we had it's dumped onto the ground, and then we have to load it into the shed. And actually, it went faster than I thought.
Yeah, it did pretty good. And
we needed timber because we were really low on timber.
And then I have been going crazy with my power washer.
Yeah, it's like a new toy.
It
is a new toy.
No, it is so nice. Like once you start power washing and you get to watch that grime just kind of disappear, it is really satisfying. It's like hedging too. Same thing. You get immediate results. No patience necessary.
Yeah, I'm glad that's all it takes to entertain because then I can stay inside and I'm not going to say relax. I'm busy. When I'm inside, I'm always busy doing something. I swear to God, there's so much to do in here.
Yeah, of course. And the weather was really quite good, considering we had, snowstorm one week, and then the following week was really quite nice. We went to Clare Glens, and Clare Glens is a beauty spot that's shared by both County Limerick and County Tipperary.
Yeah, it separates the two counties, and it was owned by the Barrington family. It was almost like the private area, but now it's open to the public, and you oh my gosh, it's just you walk up the one side of Limerick, and then you get to the waterfalls, and it's just a beautiful spot.
Yeah, no matter which route you go, it's really beautiful. So it's just a really nice spot. And in the springtime, like end of May, early June. The rhododendrons are in bloom, and rhododendrons are actually invasive here. So
They're beautiful.
yeah, it's really hard to hate that invasive plant because they're
You'll have
pretty
to show
stunning.
them, you have to show them pictures of the V sometime.
Okay, I can show some pictures.
Show
I
some.
got some pictures from a
I
couple
know.
of visits. It can take over entire hillsides here. So,
Yeah.
funny, we are struggling to keep our rhododendrons alive and blooming in Michigan. Meanwhile, they
These
here.
are like a weed. But they're beautiful weeds.
We did just treat ourselves. So after our little hike, we went and stopped and got what's called a 99. Tell me.
And if you ever come to Ireland, you have to go into usually petrol stations or news agents and get a 99. It's a soft serve ice cream cone. Now, I know, I wouldn't be ordering a lot of soft serve ice cream cones in America, but I think it's actually, the background, I think is actually Italian. These machines were made in Italy or whatever, but it's just like pure cream and it's whipped up. And then they take those wonderful Cadbury chocolate flakes and they put it into the top of it. Now, saying that, some petrol stations make great ones, some make mediocre ones.
Well, I noticed there's two different types of machines, and one is kind of fluffy, whippy, and I don't like that one as much. I like the creamy.
The creamy one, yeah. And you'll actually see they have the temperature, and you've got a good person that's pulling your flake pulling your cone, I should say, making your cone, is when they stay there and they wait to watch till the temperature goes down.
To a certain number.
To a certain number.
Because then it's nice and firm.
Yeah, because it's instantly frozen.
And we always go to the busier petrol stations because if you go to one that has been sitting for a while, you can tell it.
You can tell, yeah. So you want to go to the one they turn over a lot, but they're delicious. Don't miss them if you come. Ask for a 90. Oh, by the way, they do not cost 99 cents. What are they?
They used to. I don't know.
I think when they first came out, they were 99. I think they're actually two. They could be two.
Yeah.
Well, the large ones, two something.
We got a small, but it was big.
It was a huge. There's not much difference.
I think they were like, you're getting a 99 in the winter? Okay, we'll give you a nice big one then. And then we were invited to our friend Tony's just down the road.
Down the road.
And he is an American who stayed with us, loved it so much, ended up buying it.
He bought a cottage and restored it.
And and it was
beautiful.
It was a very old
there was
cottage. So that was a lot of fun. Had a great dinner.
We had a great dinner.
He cooked for us. People have been cooking for us and they've been treating us wonderfully.
Yeah. It was a fantastic meal. Like two kinds of meat roast, two kinds of roast.
Yeah. We're giving you the mundane stuff. We also took our recycling in, which is kind of a big deal because we don't get pickup here. So we do have to take it into the place. And we found that if we go to the county one, they charge you per bag and there's all, it's kind of
€6 a bag.
And then, but if we go to the commercial dump, they weigh you and it ends up always
Well,
being
they don't weigh you. They weigh the car and you're in the car with the
Well, they're weighing me. I'm in it.
And then, And then you drive around, you dump it off and you get back on the scale and they weigh you and weigh it again.
It ends up costing us.
It's like €11 always.
Whereas we've gone it's just down the road to the other place and we've dished out €30. So
at least €30. Yeah. So now it's
anyway. I don't know how many of the Irish know that trick, but it saved us a lot of money. And what else do I have on here? Oh, and then on the way back from that, we did stop at the cemetery.
Yeah, because we had the kind of the get together on the Sunday after we all went to mass for his mass, and then had the little gathering. But then yesterday we stopped at the cemetery and just went to visit the family grave. And it's very nice. It's a beautiful. It's like a movie set. The graveyard is really something to see. The ruins of the original church. There's these snowdrops.
The snowdrops are in full bloom.
They're the first thing. Daffodils are coming in.
Yeah, and the daffodils that we planted a year ago in October, they're just starting to come up, which I think is strange because our daffodils are actually growing quite well
here on the mountain, and we're way up high. So
we're usually like 1 week to 2 weeks behind.
Yeah,
them.
so I don't know why but anyway, so we should have a flush of daffodils before we leave, which I love.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I would love that.
And speaking of daffodils, these were brought to us. Our friends Imen and Richard came and stayed with us, and they brought us these daffodils. And these are just cut stems and put them in the water. And as soon as they got the water in the warm house, they started opening probably within 2 hours. And
I'd say so.
It's beautiful. And that reminds me, these are the daffodils that Liam had bought. They're open. Our other hyacinths are done, but Liam couldn't resist it. Had to buy.
In another week, those will be blooming and beautiful.
He's so addicted to.
Oh, I'm going to be doing this in
bulb plants.
I'm going to be doing this in Michigan. I can tell you that much.
He's never been like too much into bulbs, but now he's like, this is great.
Yeah, no, it's great to see something like so beautiful, and you can watch like hyacinths and daffodils. Like one day they're this high, and the next day they're that high, and the next day they're that high, and then they're blooming. It's really amazing, Well, maybe not day by day, but every 3 days you do see a huge difference in them.
Yeah, so otherwise, we just kind of went around the house trying to make sure there wasn't anything that was going to get picked up by the wind, because they are saying sustained winds of 50 miles per hour and then higher gusts in our area. I think on the coast they might be getting.
And we were here for Hurricane Ophelia, when Hurricane Ophelia came through, and they said this is potentially going to be worse, and it was nerve-wracking when that hurricane came through. I mean, I was amazed at, like, I was standing in the kitchen looking out the window, and you wouldn't have been able to stand up. It was pretty strong.
Yeah, maybe people who are used to really high winds, it'd be a little different. But for us, it was like, wow, don't usually get to see that.
No. So we're kind of, but it's supposed to hit at about 3 o'clock this morning. Even though this morning I thought it was hitting, but it's supposed to hit 3 o'clock this morning. So I might have to get up and look out the window, or maybe the roof will be off and I won't have to look out any window.
So we're hoping everything goes smooth. It's not going to be too much, hopefully.
Yeah.
But we'll keep you posted, and hopefully we don't lose power, or if we do, it's not for too long.
That's the big thing. I don't want to lose power. I'm on a CPAP machine, and I have to sleep with that CPAP machine. So
he made it.
If it does take power out for a few days, we're on the road to somewhere where there's power.
we'll be on the map going, who has electricity? Okay, we're going there.
Yeah, and I will, and I'm serious about that. I will.
Well, thank you guys for watching. This is just a little update. I'll be back to some of the other plant and container inspiration videos real soon. And we will continue to keep you all up to date on what we're doing here in Ireland. And thanks for your comments. We definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, we really appreciate it very much. Thanks.